Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Today in this video we are going to understand basic network troubleshooting. Today we will see how we can troubleshoot issues related to VLAN, virtual local area network. Guys, as you know, VLAN is most commonly used feature in the real-time network in the production environment. And most of the time, network engineers are, troubleshooting VLAN issues because everywhere we are using VLAN, right? So definitely you will get issues related to the VLAN in the network. Okay, so today in this video we are going to understand some issues in the network related to VLAN, right? Related to virtual local area network. And see, this is my scenario. In my scenario, I have one router. This is my core router, which is connected with the internet. Then the core router is connected with distribution layer switches, like two distribution layer switches, switch 1 and switch 2. And these distribution layer switches are connected with access layer switches, right? We have three access layer switch 1, 2 and 3. Actually, this is a network in a building. Okay, in a building there are three floor, right? You can see floor 1, floor 2 and floor 3. At each floor I have placed one switch, right? Or we can have multiple switches in a stack at each floor, right? But again, control plane is going to be single in the stacking also. So let's suppose there is only one switch at each floor. And the problem in this network is, and see guys, we are not going to understand the issues on these devices today, right? Already lots of videos on troubleshooting are available on my channel. You can check the troubleshooting playlist, how to troubleshoot the routing issues, routers, distribution layer switches. Okay, today we are going to generally focus, today we will focus on access layer switch 1. The reason we have issue over here on this switch only. Okay, see the what is the issue. First problem is what in the network issue is, guys, first floor users are not able to communicate with any devices, right? Miss these devices PC1 to PC3, these devices are not able to communicate with any devices. Even PC1 and PC2 are not able to communicate with each other, right? So problem can be on distribution layer switch 1 also, right? Because distribution layer switch 1 can be my default gateway, right? And there can be filtering for the IP address of PC1 or PC2. But what I am assuming that there is no any issue on distribution layer switch 1 and distribution layer switch 2. How to troubleshoot the network if we have issue on this switch, on access layer switch 1 or on access layer switch 2 or on access layer switch 3? See guys, the issue is clear that PCs users at first floor are not able to communicate with any devices. Now if I will talk about the troubleshooting, right? Troubleshooting is steps from the zero. So definitely you are going to first verify the connectivity. First you will verify the connectivity between access layer switch 1 and your PCs. Connectivity means, again, there are two types of connectivity, right? One is logical connectivity, another one is physical connectivity. In logical connectivity you are going to check IP addresses, subnet mask, right? You are going to check the ports. Like on the switch you cannot verify the IP addresses, so how you are going to troubleshoot the layer 1 issue at switch? So first of all, if I will talk about the layer 1 issues on the access layer switch 1, what we can do, we can use the counter error command, right, to see is there any error or not. If all types of error are zero, that means there is no any issues related to layer 1, right? So if I will talk about the troubleshooting at layer 1, at layer 1 we have two types of connectivity and we need to troubleshoot both connectivity, physical connectivity and logical connectivity. Then if IP addresses on these machines are correct, there is no any error on these ports on access layer switches, then definitely we will move to layer 2 troubleshooting, right? Then we will move to layer 3 troubleshooting. So today we are not going to discuss about layer 3 troubleshooting. In any other video I will discuss about the layer 3 troubleshooting as well. By the way guys, at layer 2, even at layer 2 also we can have multiple types of issues, right? So we are going to discuss only one types of issues related to VLAN, because at layer 2, see, issue can be because of VLAN, that is fine. Issue can be because of trunking, like as I told you that distribution layer switch 1 can be the default gateway, right? So whenever PC1 and PC4 want to communicate with each other, they have to communicate via default gateway, and maybe on the trunk links that VLAN are not allowed, or maybe trunk is not configured correctly. Encapsulation protocol is mismatch between distribution layer switch and access layer switch. So reason can be anything, right? So we have to check the trunking configuration as well in that scenario, right, at layer 2. So at layer 2, issue can be because of VLAN trunking, then issue can be because of VTP, right? Let's say suppose someone have removed the VLAN, some VLAN from the VTP domain, and you are running VTP here, right? So you have to troubleshoot the VLAN issue as well. You have to troubleshoot the STP, spanning tree protocol, right? As by default STP is enabled on all switches, right? So make sure these all ports are configured as access port, and these ports are in forwarding state, right, in the spanning tree protocol. Then we can have issues because of ether channel as well. At layer 2, we should troubleshoot ether channel, right? We should troubleshoot we can say DSCP snooping. We should troubleshoot dynamic ARP infection, right? IP source guard, broadcast flooding. So these are the issues at layer 2 which we should troubleshoot generally, right? And today we will focus on VLAN troubleshooting. Done, guys? Now in the VLAN, what can be the issues here? See, if PC1 and PC2, if these two PCs are not able to communicate with each other, then how you are going to troubleshoot, right? First thing, we should verify these ports are in correct VLAN or not, in the appropriate VLAN or not. Maybe by mistaken engineer have configured these two ports in the wrong VLAN, right? Or maybe these ports, these PCs are getting member of VLAN with the help of server, and the configuration on server is incorrect, right? That can be also possibility. So first of all, we should verify the ports, right? Ports are in correct VLAN or not, right? Then I should check the VLAN, that VLAN is available on switch or not. If the VLAN is not available, then these ports will be in inactive state, right? If there is one switch port in a particular VLAN, and that VLAN is not available, not exist on the switch, then what will happen? That port will enter in inactive state. And if port is in active state, then switch cannot receive or transmit data from that port, right? So check the VLAN database that VLAN is exist on switches or not. Then trunk is also part of VLAN. You can check the trunk configuration, that on the trunk link that VLAN is allowed or not, right? Then VLAN states, check the VLAN is active or not, right? Then we can check the VLAN is shut down or not. If VLAN is shut down, again, then what will happen? Switch will not receive or transmit data for that VLAN, which VLAN is shut down, right? VLAN can be suspend. So these are what states of VLAN. We should verify these states, right? Then the issue can be because of media as well. Let's suppose, see, in my scenario for the LAN communication, which technology I am using, guys? I'm using Ethernet technology, right? But like Ethernet, we have other technology as well, correct? So maybe on the Ethernet link, engineer have configured the different media type, right? So in that scenario also, these PCs cannot communicate with each other. So these are the issues which we should verify whenever there is some issue related to VLAN, right? Or you can say whenever we have issues at layer 2. Done. So what I am expecting, you have already troubleshoot the layer 1 issues, and now we are moving to the layer 2 issues. And in real layer 2 issues, again I am going to talk about the VLAN issues. Okay, so first of all, let me verify the issue here. To verify the issue, I am going to access PC1 here, and on PC1, first of all, let me check the IP address. So say IP all, so IP all, And you can see the IP address of this machine is 192.168.10.1/24, and gateway IP address is 192.168.10.254. So okay, IP address is correct on PC, and the default gateway is also correct. Subnet mask is also correct. Now let me access the PC2. On PC2, first of all, I am going to verify connectivity between PC1 and PC2. So here also I say so IP all, and IP address is 10.2. Both PC belongs to same VLAN, right? Maybe it can be in VLAN 100, 200, 10, 20, in any VLAN, or in by default VLAN 1. So as you can see, both PC have IP addresses from the same subnet. That means both PC belongs to same VLAN, and the gateway IP address is also same for both PC. So PC2 IP address is 192.168.10.2. Now let me do one thing. From PC1 I am going to ping PC2. Let me ping 192.168.10.2, and you can see guys, I am not able to ping, right? Definitely there is some issue. Let me do one thing. Let me try to ping the gateway IP address, which is 192.168.10.254, and you can see I am not able to ping the gateway as well, right? So if you are not able to ping the gateway, that means definitely you cannot ping to the user belongs to different network, like PC4 at second floor, PC1 to PC3. These PCs are connected with switch number 1 at first floor. PC4 and PC5 are at second floor. So let me access PC4, and here also says so IP all, and see the IP address of PC4. This PC belongs to different subnet, right? Here IP address is 192.168.200.1, and the gateway is last IP address from the subnet 200.254. So definitely PC1 cannot ping to PC4 because we have issue here. PC1 is even not able to ping their gateway, correct? So I have verified the layer 1 issue. Now I am going to check layer 2 issue, VLAN issue. Let me access layer switch 1, and on the access layer switch 1, first of all, as I told you, you should verify the ports, that ports are in appropriate VLAN or not, right? Even you should troubleshoot MAC address table also. Here you can verify the MAC address table, like switch is learning any MAC address on the access ports or not. So MAC address table, so you can see switch have some MAC addresses but not on these ports, on 0/3 which is connected with PC1, 1/0 which is connected with PC2, and 1/1 which is connected with PC3. We don't have any MAC addresses on these ports, right? So definitely there is some issue. And guys, as I told you, you should check the counter error. So what command you can run? You can run so interface and then counter error command. You can use this command to check the errors. Now we are troubleshooting the VLAN issue. Definitely I am going to check that ports are in correct VLAN or not. Ports are configured in correct VLAN or not. So VLAN brief. So VLAN brief, and see 0/3. 0/3 is not there. You can see here I have some VLAN like VLAN 100, voice VLAN, VLAN 200, data VLAN, but see in any VLAN we are not able to see 0/3, 1/0, and 1/1, which are my access ports. So if you are not able to see these ports, access ports in the VLAN database, what you can do, you can check the VLAN configuration on a particular port. Like on 0/3 I can check the VLAN configuration, like this port is configured in which VLAN. So command I can run here is so interface E0/3, and then I can say switch port. Switch port means layer 2. Show me the layer 2 characteristic of this port, and let me hit enter. And now you can see the detailed information of this port. Like this port is switch port. Switch port is enabled. Administrative mode is dynamic auto. Operational mode is a static access. That is fine. Okay. Negotiation trunking on. Access mode VLAN 10. So right now you can see this port is in VLAN 10, and the state of VLAN 10 is inactive. That means this port is in active state. If this port is in active state, then switch cannot transmit or receive any data on this port. correct? Now question is why this port is in active state. This port is member of which VLAN, guys? Member of VLAN 10. And is VLAN 10 available in the VLAN database? No, right? So if VLAN is not available in the VLAN database, right, and there is one port or some ports in that VLAN, then those ports will be in inactive state, right? And this is the command how you can check that. You can run command show interface, then interface type, interface ID, and then switch port, correct? Let me do one thing here, interface E0/3, and here we can say switch port access VLAN 100. I can put it in different VLAN which is available in the VLAN database, but this port is part of VLAN 10, right? Let me do one thing, let me check the running configuration of this interface, what configuration you have performed on this particular interface. So run interface E0/3, I can use this command and see on this interface manually engineer have configured this port in VLAN 10, switch port access VLAN 10. So this port is configured as VLAN in VLAN 10. In the same way for other ports, for other access ports like so interface E1/0 and switch port, you can see this port is also in VLAN 10 and state is inactive. Then we can check 1/1 which is connected with PC number 3, and this port is also member of VLAN 10 and status is inactive. So reason is VLAN 10 is not available in the VLAN database, right? So to correct it, simply I need to create one VLAN 10, right? Here I can define the name. Let's say name is first floor, right? Now so VLAN brief, and you can see now we have VLAN 10 in VLAN database, and these all access ports are member of this VLAN, right? These all access ports are member of this VLAN. Now let me do one thing, let me again verify the connectivity from PC1 to PC2. I am going to ping, so ping 192.168.10.2, which is the IP address of PC2, and still this PC is not able to ping 10.2. Now you can see ping is working. Why earlier it was not able to ping, guys? Because by default STP is running, and STP takes 30 seconds to come in forwarding state, right? So that's why earlier ping was not working, but now you can see ping is working, right? So I am expecting now all users are at first floor can communicate with each other, because VLAN is there in the VLAN database and the status is active. You can see for VLAN 10 status is active, correct? So even you can ping to PC3 now. PC3 IP address is I think 10.3. So ping 192.168.10.3, and you can see yes, I am able to ping PC3 as well. Now the second issue can be, as I told you, suspended, right, or the shutdown. So if VLAN is shut down, VLAN 10 and shut down, right? If someone have configured VLAN 10 as shut down for the security reason, what will happen again? So VLAN brief. Now you can see your VLAN 10 is shut down, right? Now if you will run this command, so interface E0/3 switch port. So this time, guys, here in the output you can see access mode VLAN 10. Here we are not able to see this time inactive, right? So if VLAN is shut down, then you will check VLAN database. In the VLAN database you can verify the status. So VLAN brief, and here we are able to see the status is shut down. So again, if the VLAN is shut down, then switch will not transmit or receive data for that VLAN. So again, let me take you to PC1 and again ping to PC3, and see, guys, ping is again not working. Even I cannot ping to PC2. So this can be also one issue. Let me correct it. Let me ping to PC2. See, I'm not able to ping PC2 as well, right? and switch is not learning any MAC address. Now switch will not learn any MAC address on these ports. Correct? So to correct it, simply I have to up the port, say VLAN 10 and no shutdown. Now again so VLAN brief, and this time you can see again VLAN 10 is active. Correct guys? Again you can verify the connectivity from PC1. I am going to ping to PC2, let's say, and see ping is again working. Now the third issue can be your VLAN can be suspended, like here I can say VLAN 10 and state suspend. Right now again check the VLAN database, so VLAN brief, and now you can see VLAN 10 is suspended. So if VLAN is suspended, in that scenario also switch will not receive or transmit data for that VLAN. So again PC1 can not ping to PC2. See ping is not working again, right? And this time again if you will run command switch port command, so interface E0/3 switch port, here you can see everything looks fine. Everything looks fine here, but suspend, this VLAN is suspend. Now there is some difference between suspend and shutdown, right? So if VLAN is suspend, then you have to change the state, say again VLAN 10 and state. See you have two options here, state can be active and suspend. So let me set active here. So state can be active, state can be suspend, and state can be shut down, right? Now again so VLAN brief, you can see this VLAN is now active and these ports are member of this VLAN. Now again let me take you to PC1 and let me try to ping to PC2. Just wait for 30 seconds. So spanning tree, you can see for VLAN 10 I can run command like this, so spanning tree for VLAN 10, and you can see 0/3 is in forwarding state now, right? Now ping is working, ping will work. Yes, you can see ping is working. So these are the issues related to VLAN. Now the third issue can be, fourth issue can be VLAN 10, and as I told you media, right? So see for the LAN communication we have different types of technology like Ethernet technology, right? FDDI technology. So as I am using Ethernet cable here, these are Ethernet switches, right? Nowadays we are using Ethernet switches for LAN communication. So on the Ethernet switches, media should be Ethernet only. If I will configure any other media like let's say FDDI, now what will happen? So VLAN brief, see VLAN 10 is there, but this VLAN is unsupported, right? This VLAN is unsupported, correct? So sometime you will see this type of issue also, like that the VLAN 10 is unsupported, because on VLAN 100 and VLAN 200 the media is Ethernet, but on VLAN 10 media is unsupported. So let me correct this also, say VLAN 10 and the media is Ethernet, right? Again so VLAN brief, and if you want to verify the connectivity, if media is different media, any other media you can configure, let's say FTNet, right? Again so VLAN brief, you can see this VLAN is unsupported and user cannot communicate. Ping, this one you can see again ping is not working, right guys? So to troubleshoot it, to fix it, simply I can configure media Ethernet VLAN 10 and media Ethernet. Now again you can verify the connectivity from PC1. Let me ping. Now again spanning tree protocol will take 30 seconds. So spanning tree for VLAN 10. Now you can see this port is in listening state, right? Soon it will come in forwarding state. It will take 30 seconds, right? So it takes 30 seconds to come in forwarding state, right? Because by default spanning tree protocol type is, so spanning tree summary is, I think, PVST here. Yes, you can see PVST mode. Done. So now you can see again ping is working, correct? And now these ports are in forwarding state. Fine. Now can I ping to my default gateway? Ping 192.168.10.254, the last IP address from the subnet. But you can see I'm not able to ping the default gateway, right? So maybe this time now I need to troubleshoot layer 3 issue, right? So like on switch, see on layer 2 issue, in at layer 2 what can be issue now? You should verify the trunk. So interface trunk. On the trunk link you can see 0/0 and 0/1, both interfaces are configured as trunk. Encapsulation protocol is .1q, native VLAN is 1, mode is on, and VLAN allowed on the trunk link is VLAN 129 and then VLAN 11 to 4094. That means VLAN 10 are not allowed on the trunk link. For the security reason, engineer have removed VLAN 10 from the trunk link. But as distribution layer switch 1 is my default gateway, on the trunk link VLAN 10 should be allowed. So how to allow VLAN 10 on the trunk link? Interface range E 0/0 and E 0/1. These two are my trunk port. So say switch port trunk allowed VLAN and then add allowed VLAN and then add VLAN. Which VLAN you need to add here? VLAN 10. Now so interface trunk, and now you can see on the trunk link VLAN 1, 10, 100 and 200. These VLANs are all VLAN are allowed, but manually you have to only allowed your VLAN, right? Like in my company I have VLAN 10, 100 and 200, so only these VLANs should be allowed on the trunk link. Not all VLANs should be allowed on the trunk link. Now let me check the PC1 is able to ping the gateway. Yes, now you can see ping is working, right? Now let me do one thing. Let me try to ping any user at second floor. So the PC4 app, what IP? 192.168 dot PC4 IP address is 200.1. so 200.1, and yes, you can see ping is working. Now these all users can communicate with each other. So this was just a small troubleshooting, basic troubleshooting of VLAN. Okay guys, if you have learned something from this video, please hit on like button. If you have any question, query, concern, please let me know in the comment section. If you are new on the channel, please subscribe this channel. We'll meet soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today.